Scholarship doesn't happen in a vacuum. I think it's the unique combination of graduate training and this full-throttle research life that really contributes to what is unique about the intellectual culture and place of the Bard Graduate Center in a wider landscape. The seminar series is, first and foremost, about research and its communication. It's also about creating an intellectual community here at West 86th Street.
The seminar series fills a real gap in New York City in that it bridges academic and museum worlds.
There are people from the world of academia, from the museum world, curators, conservators, practitioners, artists. So you have lots of people asking you questions from perspectives that you may never have considered before. So it's very stimulating.
The seminar series opens the world for you. And that's so important when you are a student making choices.
20 years ago, the seminar series started with 8 talks, 1 per month, and they ranged across a wide number of disciplines. But as time has gone by, and as the institution has grown and new faculty have arrived with new research interests, the numbers commensurately have grown from 8 to 60 or 70 or 80 in a year.
The seminar series helps to humanize research. For faculty, we're able to invite people who work within our fields or outside of our fields to expand our own scholarship and understanding of new work that's happening. We're also able to participate ourselves and share our work with our colleagues in the BGC community. We are able to incorporate the seminar series into our teaching.
I think for students, the seminar series is a way of enlivening the names on a syllabus. They're assigned books and articles by scholars, they watch them on YouTube, but then these people come here and they get to see them perform, they get to talk to them afterwards.
I tell my students they must look at the BGC calendar and get to know those seminar series and take part in them. You know, it's only 20 blocks from Columbia, and all of my students are interested in material culture and they have to know about the seminar series here.
I would always come here when there were talks specifically in my own field, but actually being a fellow and being on site meant that I came to talks that I wouldn't normally make the trip in for. And in a lot of ways, it was the talks that were totally outside of my field that were the most stimulating and rich and interesting.
I got inspiration from the seminar series to organize some of the programming that I organized at the Denver Museum. And that's very important because you see in global terms and you see how you can benefit the community.
And I think that's the mood of the seminar series. The scholarship is serious, but the context is informal.
So the seminar series really fosters a sense of collegiality, of building relationships among faculty who work in different disciplines, in different areas.
It's really a unique home for people who are working on historical research in material culture, combining under one roof all of these different disciplines, history, art history, anthropology. I couldn't think of a better place for the kind of intellectual support for the kind of work I was doing.
Last year, I was able to invite more than a dozen scholars to come and present their work at BGC about 19th century African American communities. Out of that symposium has come a book that BGC is supporting through its Cultural Histories of the Material World series.
I really benefited from the conversations I had with the faculty here about the research that I was doing in a way that really was pivotal for what the book ended up becoming.
The beginning of my personal network, my professional personal network was the seminar series, because that you connect with other scholars, particularly with those that you are interested in their areas of study.
What excites me about the future of the Research Institute are 3 things. First, a new residency program so we can spend more time with the visitors that we bring in. Second, tighter and more wide-ranging collaborations with institutions around the world, taking advantage of technology. And the third thing is an ever-tightening connection between exhibitions and the scholarship that goes into exhibitions and teaching and research events that happen through the year at the BGC.
It really does bring people together in a way that no other institution I can think of does.
It's really the place in New York City, and really almost the place in the world, that I can get this kind of engagement and information, knowledge about the history of material culture.
When it's 5:45 and people head out of their offices and head out of the library and stream downstairs for a glass of wine before a talk, and as people file in from the outside, there is a kind of buzz. There's an energy in the place. It's not so different from curtain time at the theater, in the same way that there's a kind of buzzing about of expectation, and then, the curtain goes up and the scholarship unfolds.